Sounds like a good motto to me. I love
it. If nothing else, we have a flair for naming shows. I will say that off the top. How we doing tonight, guys?
Fantastic.
Great. That was a beautiful intro video.
Yeah, beautiful.
Really
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah,
who made that?
Travis. It was filmed at Dick's last year.
Oh.
Actually, Travis didn't, because that was Travis in it with the balloon. But one of us, was it you? Oh, you weren't there.
Me? I don't make videos. What are you talking about?
Maybe Skoy did it. I don't know. It all runs together.
Yeah, Skoy and I. Yeah.
Somebody did it.
Yeah, okay.
But so I'm gonna get the house keeping out of the way at the top. Yeah,
It doesn't look like you've done any house cleaning. What are you talking about?
You know what? I have like all these people coming next week from Merriweather, so that's gonna be my whole week is gonna be consumed with.
You're gonna be running around in a little maid outfit and.
I am French. Yeah. That will be me. So we're going to housekeeping.
You play your own song? Okay, I'll shut up.
John J.M. Hart over here. He is with Helping Friendly Pod, is where you will see him most of the time. And we've partnered with them this summer. They're going to be live tomorrow at 1. After every show, the day after they're live at 1, we're live after. They probably have more together analysis, and we're just having fun with it. And
we've at least had some sleep.
And Wednesday night, I know Amanda posts the links on archives, since this will probably run during the show, but Andy is going to be on your Phish DJ show Wednesday. And,
your PH DJ. I don't think she goes by your Phish DJ, right? It's just your PH DJ.
And my brain just corrects it to that for whatever reason.
That makes sense.
And we all know Andy from Andy Michels Live on JEMP Radio.
Thank you. Happy to be here. One out of 3 times? Are we sure?
Are we sure?
We sure we're going to have me on here 3 times?
Yes, we are. Because we love you.
Trying to build your audience. And
we are trying to build our audience. And then the only other thing I'm going to mention is on the Wednesday coming up, we're bringing the lot back, and we're going to have Leslie from Blackberry Jams Pod on, and Stub Me Down and Anderson Skinny from the Stub Me Down podcast. So that should be interesting.
That's quite the lineup you have there.
It is.
Well done.
We're trying. A lot of work. We got a million friends. So tonight's show.
Just everywhere.
Tonight's show, I tweeted right off the bat about Evening Song. I'm not going to badmouth it. I guess it just doesn't seem like an opener. It seems to me like Rock and Roll logic is you want a big number to open, and that's kind of soft. What do you guys think?
I think they were warning us. They came out and warned us that, approach this night with caution. And I think it was well advised. I like the song too, so I'm just going to come up with a good excuse for it.
Yeah, Kevin, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. I love that song.
Well, I know a lot of people do. Let me tell you what I think. If you had have asked me in the late 90s what Phish would sound like now, I would have said Turtle in the Clouds as opposed to Evening Song because of the lyric. Evening Song, I listen to the lyric and I don't believe it. Is just, I guess, is my issue. I don't know.
Okay.
Like, I don't believe a lot of the Ghost of Forest songs. I don't believe Blood on the Tracks. I think Dylan's full of shit with all that.
Sorry, that's the best album ever. I gotta go.
Yeah, Bob Dylan just turned us off. He was just watching us too.
Kevin, he's out of there. So then we ended up with Turtle in the Clouds. I love the dancing. I love the goofy lyrics. And
I hate the dancing.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is that?
I don't know. I just do. I don't like it.
What about
I love everything else about the song.
Yeah.
What about you just don't want to see that?
I just don't. I don't like it.
A little bit of Broadway in your Phish show.
More jazz hands.
Yeah. It's
come on.
There we go. And then we got the first Woo song of the night.
It shouldn't be a Woo song.
Should not. But
you're deranged.
People do Woo during Vultures.
I know it.
Yeah, they do.
Disgusting.
But But that's not the headline for this Vultures. This is when
True.
Trey turns to Phish and just starts goggling at how amazing Phish is, which we've been doing this whole tour, I think. I don't know about you guys, but like...
Oh, we've been
dude's
doing for
killing it.
By
almost
the end of the
years.
tour, Trey's
Yeah,
going to
yeah.
be like
Many
Miles
years, but-
Davis with his back to the audience the whole time, just watching Phish.
Yeah.
I mean, if he keeps playing like he's playing, it's fine by me.
Switch
I don't
my
need to see the
pedals
guy.
around. Right. Vultures is cool. I know a lot of people. It's not a holy grail song, but it's up there. People are like, oh,
This was one of the Vultures. I don't know. Sometimes you can tell early on if it's going to be a good Vultures or not. And this was one where you could tell, oh yeah, this is going to be good. Trey's locked in. We're going to have ourselves a good Vultures, and we did. It was fantastic. Loved it.
I'm guessing that is, John. That's a hard run to play on the guitar,
Well, I can't do it.
right?
Yeah, there have been Vultures performed in the past where Trey doesn't quite hang on through the composed bits. This wasn't one of them. I thought it
Right.
felt
Yeah, I think
pretty
you
good to
nailed
me.
it.
Yeah.
They obviously spent some time practicing between spring and summer. Spring was like a rehearsal tour. They
When did
practiced
Trey have
for
time?
the month. Yeah. Well,
Wasn't
he on
he
tour?
had a few days off in between. He did do
It's a
quite
couple
few
days here, a couple days
and he
there.
threw in a few solo acoustic shows just to make sure you knew he was the man.
Spring wasn't a practice tour, though.
No, it was a tour.
man.
Yeah. Oh, come on, Deer Creek. What are you talking
It's
about?
pretty
Well,
good.
what about like the gumbo in the spring compared to the one last night? Like
Well,
they
that's
ran-
just that's just Phish. It
one
doesn't
song.
matter. It could have been. It could have been in wintertime. It could have been in February.
It could be in a week and a half from now. It's
Fair
just
enough.
like
Fair enough. Then we got the short and sweet, my sweet one, which
that's
is
great.
my
More Fishman.
yes, my
Mhm.
oldest daughter's ringtone. When she calls me, it plays my sweet one.
That's great.
Yes, and I mean it is what it is. If you like those short songs, it's fun. It's a little burst energy.
I just think it's cute that you use ringtones.
I do. And my youngest has "Betcha by Golly Wow" by the Stylistics.
I think it was a filler song, just to
It was a filler.
Yeah, it was a filler song.
And then they got into the first big meat of the night, the Undermined, which Andy, why don't you take us off on the Undermined?
I mean, it was great. What are you talking about?
Well, no, I'm saying, what'd you think? The jam was, I thought, interesting compared to what they do other times.
I wasn't even focusing on the Undermine so much. I mean, it was great, but when we got into Fast Enough for You, can we just get right to Fast Enough for You? I mean, if you want to talk about
John,
Undermine,
you got
I'll
anything
talk
on the
about
Undermined?
Undermine for a second.
Okay.
I thought it was a great jam. It is exactly what Undermine ought to do. Live Phish has it at like 13 minutes, and
Yeah,
it's
I think.
just terrific. And do that every time. No, don't. They won't. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But
Right.
they did it this time, and I loved it. And then, yes, Fast Enough for You. What a beautiful landing.
been
Yeah.
chasing that song, and I'm never going to see it. It's never going to happen.
I got a text from my buddy, also named Andy, who
Ah.
is who's kind of bummed. He says, "Well, I'm probably not going to see that this weekend." So
Yeah.
But you
Oh,
never know that it could show up again. You're going to Alpine,
Totally.
right? That's 3 weeks, 4 weeks from now. They're doing
That
26 shows this tour. We might get repeats of a lot of stuff that's only once a tour normally.
I don't know. I don't think that we're going to get a repeat of that. Luckily, it was beautifully played. It's definitely, I think, one of like top 10. I don't know if it's top 5, but top 10. There's not so
And
many
7
Fast Enough.
show gap too.
that was
wow.
the first time in 4.0. It was last played 6/30/19. So, and I guess that was Camden. I guess I was at that show.
Yeah, but
You don't remember?
that was an 82 show gap. So it's like
Yeah,
it is pretty scarce. But you never know, Andy.
you never know.
I'm pulling for you,
Because
man.
sometimes stuff comes back, like stuff that's in heavy rotation, like Haley's. For a long
Right.
time, they didn't play it, and then it came back, and it's sort of been in the rotation ever since then.
Maybe it'll be they'll bring it back at Pine Knob or something. Yeah, Fast
And-
Enough for You.
and then-
Fast Enough for You on a Wednesday night.
Right, and as a beautiful compliment, I guess, to Fast Enough for You was the Divided Sky.
Yeah, but
we
Go ahead.
Yeah, well,
'Cause
we
I'm
had a
just
conversation today on HF Pod. Road Jenny from
Yes.
you know her from Twitter.
From
Jen
Vermont,
was on the
yeah.
show, and we were talking about pretty fish. She was like, everybody talks about evil fish, bliss fish, but I want to talk about pretty fish. And she named "Fast Enough for You" and "Divided Sky," among other songs. But those two songs,
She got
right
the backs
there,
to backs.
we got them back to back. She's there this weekend. So
I really miss the when it was silent during the pause, when everybody like it would be even prettier if there was that silence again.
Do you know where
Why can't we do it? We're so capable. We can do it. Everybody just shut up for.
The last time they did not the last time, the time before that, What's the Use, when they did it, and the band went silent for a second, and everybody was silent because they weren't expecting it, and they're like, "What happened?" And then you started to hear people start to cheer, and then they went, and they droned back into it.
Yeah.
So that's where you're going to get your silence, is in What's the Use.
Not anymore, though.
Good
I think
dynamic
that's
control there.
Yeah.
And Trey laughs now. Maybe if he got pissed and like glared at some people, they'd be like, "Oh shit." I got the evil eye from Trey. I got the ginger eye. I'm fucked.
I don't think
he's laughing at
that.
Right, then we go into Susie, which I thought was going to close the set until I looked at the clock and was like, "It's early."
Yeah, it seemed early.
Yeah. Well, it didn't close the set.
Right, Susie is another song that is what it is.
Right.
So let's get to the song that beat. Let's get to the song that beat Reba in the last Phish bracket, "Ghost," for the championship.
Mm-hmm. And this was a good one.
Yes, another first set closer. I think it's interesting that it's, in Madison they did the first set closer. This one was a first set closer.
Yeah,
it's more compact.
12 minutes. It was super high energy. Like up in your face. Great closer. Great.
Mm-hmm.
The transition out of Susie into Ghost, though, was smooth as fuck. it was just butter, man, and it was beautiful. Did you catch that? You caught that segment?
Yes,
it's a nice drop.
Yeah,
it was a very nice drop. All right, so we're at set break, and again, I'm gonna do my ad tomorrow, 1:00. Osiris on YouTube, Osiris's website, wherever you get a podcast, it'll pop up there. And tomorrow night, I'm going to be back with Brad and maybe somebody else. One of our guests had to back out, so we'll see what happens tomorrow night. And Andy, Wednesday night on Barline Radio with
Barline Shift.
Barline Shift.
Homegrown Radio.
Right.
Amanda.
Right.
Right.
Yes.
And then Saturdays, it's the regular
JEMP Radio.
Okay.
Follow them. They got lots of good things. Pool House Rock, Airy with the dub, and I'm serious. I like you guys. You're cool.
Same.
So second set, we open up with Caspian, which I guess Northerly maybe was the last time in 15 or 16.
I will tell you, HF Pod co-host Brian texted me and said, "Well, if they open with it, they can't ripcord to it." Well, of course they still could later, but I thought it was great. I was excited for the Caspian to open. I was like, this is gonna piss somebody off, and I bet it's gonna be good. And I think both were true.
Yeah, I felt bad for the people that just catch the free YouTube opener. Right. That's it. That's all you got.
It was
a
a
good
nice
little
8
Caspian
minutes.
too. It had a little jam.
Well, yeah, it was good. It was really great. Yeah, but still,
a little meat on the bone there.
Yeah. Those first initial few seconds, though, you're like, huh, really?
Yeah, I mean, I guarantee there's somebody who would, what's going on? What's on Reddit right now? Just
right. But then they missed out. They missed out on what came after the Prince.
Yeah.
I think one everybody's been looking for, and that I guess is going to dominate the rest of the set there.
Yeah.
Everybody's favorite, Cross-Eyed and Painless. Most everybody's favorite.
And it was glorious.
Still waiting.
Were you wearing that before the show?
Yes, I was wearing that before the show.
Yeah, you liar.
This is one of my favorite Wook Place. This is available on wookplus.com merch.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Yes, we're making fun of Axis and the little dude walking across. So Cross-Eyed and Painless. Fantastic. I mean, dark. John, you want to take us off on it?
Well, I mean, you started right. Dark. It's one of these jams that felt a lot longer than it was. It just kind of moved into some great spaces, very high energy and kind of weird. And then they did that thing that they sometimes don't do, which is, kind of settled down, and they did not keep jamming. But that's
Right.
okay, because there was more to come. But that I thought it was great version for not
Right.
for anything sub 20 minutes that
Right.
does all of that.
Get
Cool.
so many plays. I think Andy, you tweeted filthy. I think is what you tweeted.
Yeah, but it wasn't at
That's
that
fair.
point. It wasn't there. It wasn't at that point because I think Filthy was post Miss You. We got to remember that this cross-eyed. Yeah,
right,
there was an interruption. It was
All right. Yeah, it's the issue was like coitus interruptus, huh?
yeah, cross-eyed interruptus. Yeah, it was unnecessary.
It's okay to take a break sometimes, you guys. Maybe
Yeah,
somebody
I
needed to
guess,
get some
yeah.
water.
But there, at that point, I mean, it seems like the third song in a set is usually going to be another rocker, and the fourth or fifth is going to be your cool down song before.
In retrospect, I don't think it was a problem. At the moment, I can see why you would have that argument. But they had plenty left for us. And, Miss You was a pretty song. It's a good song. And
It was well performed. It was
I'm
good.
always in favor of them moving on if they feel like the jam is done. I don't want them to sit there and
Plink, right?
plonk.
Go nowhere.
What's up?
Right.
You got it? No, just play a song. Find it again. And they did a good job of that.
It's a good point. Yeah, just stop, gather your thoughts, and maybe we'll come back to it in a bit here. Yeah.
Which they did, kind of. My thing with Miss You is, again, the lyric here, I'm not against the lyric, but when I found out what the song was about, I felt like a voyeur or something listening to it. It's so heavy when you know the backstory.
Well, I just actually was looking to make sure we weren't like being pieces of crap on an anniversary or something.
Right.
But no, we're
good.
Yeah, we're good. Not that great of a
God help me. So set your soul free. I mean,
Moving on.
for set your soul free, I just every time it's like when they start playing it, I almost have to be like, fuck yeah at this point,
Yeah.
I
This one
dig the song.
This one got really dark and creepy too.
Oh yeah, and brought back those cross-eyed themes.
Mhm.
Like you said, they took a breath, thought about it, and Trey's like, maybe we do need more of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's just pull out a different springboard here, guys, and back
Lots
out
of
to the
effects.
races.
I love I love Phish effects now. 4.0 effects, love it.
Yeah.
And this was a great.
So I got cross-eyed out of that, and what we talked about beforehand, it sounded like it almost went back into Fuego. Like it was going to
There's
go
some
into
teases
Fuego.
of Fuego in there,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, like I said
Trey.
earlier, I think he just forgot that they already that they played Fuego last night. I think we were going to get a Fuego.
Another back to back, man.
Shit. Right.
That would be okay.
No,
with
and
me.
nobody
I
followed.
wouldn't argue. So, and then I heard some Tears of a Clown toward the end before they did the quick little Caspian reprise.
I didn't catch
I'm
that.
gonna have to go back for that.
Yeah, like about a minute before, it sounded like Trey was like, dun, 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 dun.
I will check
I know
that
they
out.
don't make that key, John. I know they don't make the key I sing in. I do realize this.
That's fine. I just want to say I enjoyed Mike's synthesizer deployments during that. You could see him on the webcast, and he was over to his rack turning knobs and stuff, and then he'd turn around and pluck the lowest string, and it was just nasty, filthy.
Mike
one
in
might say.
general, he's been louder. I think just spring and summer. I think he's louder now than he was last year.
My local office of fans for a louder mic closed down.
Mission
No,
accomplished.
they have no purpose. Right, it's done.
Oh, they got what they wanted.
Yeah.
Actually, I mean, I think the overall mix, like for my webcast today, I saw some people complaining about yesterday's, but listening today, I thought the mix is great, and I've enjoyed the mix of Live Phish recently. I'm looking forward to hearing some odds from this place after this weekend. but
Yeah,
because I hear it sounds beautiful inside. So,
that'll be neat.
but Fishman comes just in crystal these days, in
Mm-hmm.
just a way
Yeah,
that
he got that new set of
it feels
drums,
like a
and they
step up.
are tuned perfectly, or whatever they call. I guess you tune a drum
You know where they sound really good?
right in front of them.
No. When you listen on JEMP Radio.
JEMP Radio, yeah,
Radio. There you go.
exactly. So
Giving
then we
up.
Get just the right EQ curve for him.
That's right. Yeah.
Then we got the twist. I'm a fan. Twist always seems to do what it's supposed to, gets the crowd up, and it was Woo number 2.
I also thought Twist was going to be the end of the set.
I thought it might.
Yes.
They've definitely ended
seemed
sets with
appropriate.
Twist.
Yeah.
But they wanted to jam some more, which is kind of cool. I was excited for that.
It's kind of a twist.
Yes. We ended up with the shortest Carini in forever, 5 minutes.
Really? That was
a
it?
little of the old in and out.
It was. A quickie is better than nothing at all. That's what they
That's
tell
what
me.
they tell me. I don't know.
So there we were
was
with
great.
Carini. I mean, what else can I say? It's not like the Carini had the 20-minute jam that we can dissect.
Right.
It was
They
But
could
it
have
was
just
great
kept
drum.
playing Twist.
yes,
They
and it
could
was
have.
a
It was
nice
better.
closer. It was a good little rocker to close out. I'm not
Yeah.
going to argue with it. And then
Yeah.
we got the mini set encore, which I love. Horse, another bust out. I guess the last time that was played was 2/23/20. So that was the first time
Wow.
in 4.0. We
Wow.
did get a silent in the morning somewhere, but it was
Wait. The last horse was pre end of the world?
Yeah, it was in
Wow.
Mexico before the quarantine. Yeah.
Okay.
So, and that's nice. Silent in the Morning, it has one of the best lines in all of Phish for seeing them live. I hope this exact thing happened to me just last year,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
which is one of the best in the moment Phish lines I think ever written.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they nail that. And then we got into 3 rare ones.
Yeah.
Fun
So
stuff.
the numbers on these are interesting to me. 59 show gap on the horse because, as you said, it's 2:20,
Yeah.
2:23:20.
Right.
But they played Silent in the Morning last year, so that's only a 56 show gap still. It's a long
And-
time.
The same thing happening just last year. That doesn't apply last year when they sang that.
Yeah.
Did not apply.
It was like, except not.
Right.
Except we were all watching it on YouTube.
Right. Fast
Oh,
for you.
COVID.
I mean, fuck your face. They did at
It's my
some
favorite
point,
romance song,
right?
Kevin. Okay.
Yeah, that was in the fall sometime
In
last year.
Fall
Before
of
Vegas.
last year. All right, and then Buffalo Bill was 7/14/19 the last time.
Another one
Which-
that Road Jenny was calling for today on HF Pod. So
Nice.
I think
I love the lyric. It's the lyric. It's the what the fuck does that mean? You can play it again and again. You play it for someone else, and they're like, "Dude, you're weird. What the fuck is that?"
Why would you want to listen to this song? Oh my God, what did you just say?
I'm like, "Yes, it did what it's supposed to."
And
then
more heavy Fishman there.
Yes, and fire, which kills me because I wanted to see a fire. That's one.
Yeah,
of
but it
those.
was appropriate for the venue, and I didn't realize
History.
last time was Dunkin' Donuts Center in 2019. Wow.
Fucking go nuts. Nice. And look, we had some Star Spangled Banner
Yeah.
riffs, I guess, in tribute to Hendrix at
Yeah.
Woodstock,
Yeah,
which is
that's
very
pretty rad.
cool. Very
Right.
cool. I mean, have either of you ever been to Bethel?
I have not.
No,
I
I
could have
haven't
been.
either.
No.
I'm really feeling like I should have gone up there, but
Well, it's too late now.
yeah, you can't make it to all of them.
You can't see every show unless you do.
Right. Unless you do. So Hartford tomorrow. Any calls? We have lots of repeats, so the whole no repeats thing is done. There's
Thank
lots left
goodness.
on the table they haven't done.
I want
But
Taste. I think a lot of people want McGrupp. And Pebbles and Marbles.
Pebbles and
yes.
Marbles.
Yeah. And
I think Hood's on the table for tomorrow.
Yeah.
I think Hood is a high probability to end the weekend.
That would be cool. I would absolutely love that. All right. Well, so we got Andy coming back on a couple times in the future. Just look for follow Wook Plus on Twitter, and we'll get you where you're going. We may get Jonathan back on at some
Might be
point.
around.
We'll see what happens. Next week,
Kevin, are you going to Blossom or Pine Knob? Am I going to see you at either of those?
No, I am not going to be able to.
You're not going to make the okay. All right, John. What about you? Going to either of those?
No, I'm going to Raleigh and Dix.
Nice.
Okay. All right. Yeah, all right. Well, guess
Nice.
we're not meeting each other. All right.
Sorry, this is I think the first time we've been on a thing together, actually, which is
Yeah, it is.
because we've both been talking about Phish and sitting in front of microphones for Phish stuff for a while. So,
Right.
Cheers.
Well, Kevin brought us together.
There I am. So next week on the recap shows, we have Benji Eisen is coming on Tuesday and Wednesday with us, and he will be the only guest with us because Benji loves to talk. He will probably. Hey, the man is a killer. His stories. He is a great storyteller, I must say. I love listening to him tell a story. I guess you guys worked with him on which one was that? The Undermined or the Baker's Dozen one?
Yeah, I wasn't working on that one, but we've had him on HF Pod too, and yeah, he's got a thing to say.
Yeah,
which is great actually.
He told us the story was about eating mushrooms in Hawaii and talking to iguanas with Kreutzmann, and this Kreutzmann was on the roof of the house playing bongos.
I got to get him. I don't understand how he
great.
hasn't been on JEMP Radio. I could make that happen.
You got to reach out.
Yeah.
Say what's up.
Well, that's the problem.
He's on the internet.
Yeah, he is.
Hit
There's
him
this
up.
thing called Twitter.
He's okay.
That's where it is.
That's how I get all my guests.
I think we did good. I ignored the comments tonight. Sorry, guys.
No, were they that bad? Oh, goodness.
There were 16 of them that I'm saying.
All right.
We love you all.
Much love to the comment section.
Hey, there you go. Yes,
absolutely.
Agreed.
Oh, right. And the most important thing, like and subscribe. Smash that like button or something like that. All right, guys. I will see you soon. Thank you for so much. Hang out for a sec so I can say
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye, everybody.